Christine, Miles Wincock, thank you. Amazing on working on. Thank you, so helpful on nervous system and not fighting with it. I do that as a lot of childhood trauma. We all do. We have been trained to do that. We have been trained to do that. Now, you weren't consciously trained to do that. It is the nature of the nervous system itself. It's its nature. It's what it does. It adapts to the environment. If the environment is dangerous, it creates behaviors, reactive patterns that will keep you safe as best it can. Over time, right, those reactive patterns start to become thought patterns, sense of identity, sense of limitation. All of that gets put into place later. Right? In the beginning, it's just a bunch of reactive patterns. What makes a trauma is that it's in the worst kind of danger. Right? That is, the nervous system has two ways of dealing with danger. Okay? I can run away or I can put on my dukes and fight. That's it. If it cannot do either one of those, right, it is going to die unless it suppresses all of that energy, sticks it away somewhere, and forgets all, disassociates with it. That's what a trauma is. And that's what happened to all of us, because when you're a child, you can't run and you can't fight. Matter of fact, if you run or fight, it will get worse. So all of that then has to go underground, and then layers of behavior get created on top of that to keep the trauma hidden, right? And the existential trauma is, it is not safe to be myself, but I can't help but being myself. Bam. It's a total double bind. You cannot be anything other than you, yet to be you is dangerous. This is where we disconnect from our soul. The nervous system actually creates a false version of you, a complete ruse, right? Takes the name, the shape, all of that. That's where the person comes from. So the ego comes from. That's why it's not real. Meantime, the real you is sitting down here in the basement with the rest of the angels because it's not safe. And so the real you gets disconnected from, it gets disassociated with. It becomes a problem. And we then begin to think, I'm somebody other than who I thought I was. This is where the ego comes from. As it matures and mind comes online and other kinds of internet and the environment change, it becomes the ego or the person. Right? Yeah. So, yes, I do that as a lot of childhood trauma. Yes, all of it, my friend. Right? And inner reconciliation is, to me, the only way to rectify it, if I do say so myself. Because you have to show it that it's safe, that the real you can come out of the basement now. How is she going to do it? It's never going to stop trying to keep you safe. It's never going to stop protecting you. It's what it does. That is its entire function. It can't not do that. It's like asking a dog not to wag its tail. It can't help it. It has to. And so the only way you get it to drop out of its defenses and liberate the angels in the basement is to show it that it's safe. And the first way to do that is for you to become safe for it, to listen to it instead of trying to fix it. That's why self-help can be utterly destructive, because it's doing the same thing now that your parents did to you before. And the nervous system is just going, more of this, the defenses get stronger. That's why it doesn't work, or the results are merely temporary. Trauma is everything. And that existential trauma created what I call the soul disconnect. And it literally created another version of you to show to the environment to get your needs met. A complete fabrication. That's why who you think you are not. And this dovetails beautifully into non-dual self-inquiry, because it's showing you, no, it's not you. You only thought it was you, right? So we're not improving the false version of you. We're not trying to make a better version of you. We're trying to get to who you have always been. And that is the infinite self. It is unlimited.